first hearing as a result of vetting was launched today for the Constitutional Court judge, Fatos Lulo. Lulo was not present, but his lawyer, Basha, declared that the money in question was given as a gift by the judge's sister. The DP chairman, Lulo Basha, referred to the International Monetary Fund report as proof of the opposition's concerns over the country's economy, saying public debt, lack of investment and tax increases have plunged the economy into crisis. It's official. Today, the municipality of Tirana confirmed the target of planting 100,000 trees has been reached, but Mayor Valiai is not hitting the brakes on the initiative just yet. Good evening. It's 6 o'clock on Wednesday, the 21st of March, 2018. Welcome to the English edition of Aura News. My name is Alexandra and I'm here to bring you the day's top stories from across the country, translated into English. After the adoption of the vetting law by the Assembly, it has taken 19 months for the first hearing of the Independent Qualification Commission to be held. Today, the inaugural session saw the first individual, former Constitutional Court Judge Fatos Lulo, face the three members of the trial panel for this process. Leading the proceedings as head of the trial panel is Genta Bungo, while the relator presenting the case to be defended is Etleva Chiftia. Given the sensitive nature of information to be discussed throughout the trial, both Etleva Chiftia and lawyer Basha confirmed they had no professional objectives to the session being conducted without the presence of cameras due to privacy reasons. Judge Fatos Lulo did not appear in court himself, instead choosing to be represented by his lawyer Basha. The case has been raised on the grounds that, according to the Independent Qualification Commission, it is alleged that the judge cannot satisfy his wealth and assets and that he has made a false declaration regarding them. Mr. Lulo cannot justify the ownership of the apartment on Dursi Street, which he has declared to have ascertained by contract of donation. Nor can he justify the office in Ismail Chamali Street, the US $100,000, which he has also declared as being donated, nor the $480,000 used for apartment purchases and business startups in Canada, accused the redactor. Lulo's lawyer, Basha, said that the issue is not about hiding wealth or making false declarations, but simply the inability to obtain data from the tax department, as he claims the directorate no longer possesses them. According to him, the office and $100,000 were donated to the judge by his sister, while the apartment and businesses in Canada to the amount of $480,000 were simply planned purchases that failed to be realised. Through his employment as a lawyer, it is proven that Fatos Lulo has enough income and earnings to justify owning the apartment in which he lives. Regarding the business that his sister, Drito Lulo, owns, only taxes paid to the state are more than the donation made to her brother Fatos Lulo. The judge has made deposits for a home and business in Canada. This money was paid by his sister, but he did not accomplish his plan and the money was returned to her. The only added wealth of Fatos Lulo during this period is the office and $100,000, which were both gifted to him by his sister, declared Basha. After submitting the data, the trial panel decided to accept and review the declaration of Lulo's sister's wealth, with a hearing set for the decision on Judge Fatos Lulo to be conducted on Friday, March 23rd at 11 o'clock. In addition to losing his mandate, former MP of the Socialist Movement for Integration, Shkelchim Selami, will also face justice on charges of counterfeiting. The prosecution of Tirana has completed the investigation and sent the case for trial. He's accused of forging both seals and forms themselves, an act made illegal by Article 190 of the Criminal Code. The mandate was removed from Selami and he was investigated under the framework of the law on decriminalisation after it was found during the self-declaration phase that he had hidden the fact that he was arrested in Italy in 2006. According to the prosecution, by reviewing his self-declaration form, it was noticed that this citizen responded with no to the question as to whether or not a personal security measure has been assigned to him. The accusation body referred to the administered documentation in reply to the letter from the Italian judicial authorities in stating that the defendant was arrested in 2006 in execution of the security measure imprisonment. This measure was issued by the Brindisi court in 1994 for the criminal offence of participation in criminal organisations for the purpose of clandestine emigration. On the 6th of September 2006, the security measure has been removed, and on the 7th of February 2007, the Court of Brindisi has issued a decision to terminate the criminal offence. With this charge, former MP Selami risks the sentence from 6 months to 4 years in prison. According to Democratic Party Chairman Lulo, Basha, the lack of foreign investment, high level of debt, tax increases and thefts conducted under the guise of public-private partnerships are a danger to the country's economy. Basha said that this is not only the position taken by the opposition, but also that of the International Monetary Fund. The IMF mission has made critical and serious warnings about our country's future. The IMF has issued a clear message that Albania's economic situation will worsen even more in the future. The IMF reiterates once again that the high risk of PPPs by asking for a real analysis to be conducted before deciding on them, declared Lulo Basha. Basha went on to add that the conclusion of the TAP and Devol hydropower projects, investments that had been secured by the democratic government, are the last foreign investments in the country. Basha spoke of a secret public debt, which according to him, threatens the economy. This government has not provided any new foreign investment to the economy. The termination of the TAP and Devol Cascade projects, investments secured by the democratic government, are the last foreign investments in Albania. The IMF warns that debt has reached an unbearable level at almost 72% of the country's production. This debt does not include the hidden debt accumulated through PPPs, which increases the level by another 10 percentage points, bringing the real debt to 82% of the country's production, explained Lulo Basha. The Monetary Fund said Basha requires that public-private partnerships be immediately stopped. He went on to add that he believes such partnerships are being used for the purpose of laundering the money, which are the proceeds of drugs and crime. The law on Instat statistics has started to be discussed today at the Committee on Economics and Finance. Director Delina Ibrahimai said the changes intend to increase independence, passing this institution into the reporting line of the Parliament. However, the opposition raised its objections, stating that this draft does not guarantee anything, especially at a time when the statistics published by Instat are not qualitative and leave room for considerable doubt as to their accuracy. The head of the Economics Commission, Erion Brace, declared that the statistics are accurate, proven by the fact that they match the data produced by the Bank of Albania and are accepted by international institutions. The opposition requested explanations regarding the launch of the property tax application and the application of VAT to small businesses. For this purpose, the head of the Economics Commission, Erion Brace, requested that the Finance Minister hold a questioning hearing. Government officials reiterated their position that, with the new legal status of the statistics body, they expect the image of the institution and its credibility in statistics only to increase in the public eye. Miners from distant cities in Albania moved their latest protest to the front of the Prime Minister's office. The protest led to the miners attempting to enter the building, which houses the head of the government, which resulted in a physical confrontation with the surrounding police officers. The purpose of the protest remains the same as their previous actions, the approval of their status as miners in order to guarantee them more social support. After about 2.5 hours of protesting, accompanied by tension and clashes with the officers in blue, the miners were hosted by the coordinator of the co-governance office, Elisa Stamo, who asked them to sit for talks. The outcomes of the meeting were that the trade union chairman, Ficherit Zibri, and Vice President Bardul Mula were promised that next week they will be hosted by the head of the government, Edi Rama, to whom they may express their concerns. The miners reiterated their determination in solving this issue, warning that if the Prime Minister does not uphold the decision to host the meeting, they will return to the protest action on Monday, the 26th of March. Following a campaign launched several months ago by the municipality of Tirana, the capital has reached the record of 100,000 trees exactly on the World Forest Day. Symbolically, and for his birthday, the Mufti of Tirana, Uli Gura, planted the 100,000th tree. I want to wish my friend, the Imam of Tirana, Uli Gura, a happy birthday. I appreciate the fact that you chose to spend your birthday with us and that it is you who symbolically plants our 100,000th tree. Thank you for the 95 trees that you donated from Tirana's mosques for the 95th anniversary of the Muslim community in Albania, said Erion Veliaj in his speech. Today's action saw 800 new trees planted at the Mule Bathora village, confirming the achievement of the City Hall's 100,000 tree target. Despite having reached the target, the Mayor of Tirana, Erion Veliaj, confirmed that there are still a considerable number of tree donors on the waiting list who wish to contribute to the initiative to green up Tirana. So why stop at 100,000? Valii confirmed that the municipality will review the balance sheet for trees already planted and expected to be donated, and that the citizens can expect the initiative to be extended with a new stretch target to be achieved. And that's the news across the country today. Thank you for watching our English edition this evening, and be sure to join me again every Monday to Saturday at 6 p.m. for the latest news from Albania. Once again, on behalf of Aura News, thank you and good night.